Brandon Clarke is gone, and the entire basketball world is struggling to understand how a player so full of energy, heart, and kindness could be taken at just 29 years old. The Memphis Grizzlies confirmed the devastating news on May 12, 2026, sending shockwaves through the NBA and beyond. For fans in Memphis, in Canada, and across the world, this feels unreal. Brandon Clarke was not just a talented power forward, he was the kind of player who brought life to every game and warmth to every locker room. And now, one of the NBA's most beloved stars is gone far too soon. The Grizzlies released a heartbreaking statement saying they were heartbroken by the tragic loss of Brandon Clarke. The team described him as an outstanding teammate and an even better person. Those words say everything about how he was viewed by the people who knew him best. This was not simply a player who filled a role on the roster. This was someone who genuinely made others better, both on and off the court. The pain in Memphis is real, and the grief is being felt across the entire league. Brandon Clarke's agency, Priority Sports, shared one of the most emotional tributes. They said he was the gentlest soul. Those words instantly resonated with fans. In a league full of fierce competitors, Brandon had a reputation for being humble, thoughtful, and deeply caring. He was known as the first person to check in on teammates, the first to offer support, and the first to celebrate someone else's success. That rare combination of toughness on the court and kindness off it made him unforgettable. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver also released a statement saying the league was devastated by the loss. He called Clarke a beloved teammate and leader who played with enormous passion and grit. Coming from the commissioner of the NBA, those words carried tremendous weight. They reflected what so many in basketball were feeling. Brandon Clarke was respected not just because of his athletic ability, but because of the way he carried himself. According to current reports, Clarke died on Monday, May 11, 2026, in the Los Angeles area. Emergency responders were called to a residence in the San Fernando Valley, where he was pronounced dead. Authorities have not yet released an official cause of death, and the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has listed the cause as deferred pending further testing. Until the investigation is complete, many questions remain unanswered. That uncertainty has only added to the shock. Fans woke up expecting another ordinary day in the NBA playoffs, and instead, they were confronted with one of the saddest stories the league has seen in years. At 29 years old, Brandon Clarke was still in the prime of his life. He still had years of basketball ahead of him. He still had dreams to chase and more memories to create. Born on September 19, 1996, in Vancouver, Brandon Clarke's journey to the NBA was anything but typical. He was not the most hyped prospect in high school. He did not enter college as a guaranteed future star. Instead, he built his career through relentless effort, discipline, and determination. Those who followed his story often saw him as the definition of perseverance. Clarke began his college career at San Jose State University. There, he quietly developed into one of the most explosive and efficient forwards in the country. After transferring to Gonzaga University, his reputation soared. During the 2018-2019 season, he became one of college basketball's most exciting players, known for his incredible shot blocking, high-flying dunks, and relentless hustle. At Gonzaga, Brandon Clarke became a national sensation. He helped lead the Bulldogs deep into the NCAA tournament and earned consensus All-American honors. Basketball fans were captivated by his unique style of play. He was undersized for a power forward, but he made up for it with extraordinary timing, athleticism, and intelligence. Every game felt like he would produce at least one play that left fans speechless. In the 2019 NBA Draft, Clarke was selected with the 21st overall pick by the Oklahoma City Thunder, but on draft night, his rights were traded to the Memphis Grizzlies. That move changed his life and helped shape a new era for the franchise. Memphis had found the perfect energy player to complement their new young core. Clarke made an immediate impact during his rookie season. He averaged 12.1 points and 5.9 rebounds while shooting with remarkable efficiency. His ability to finish around the basket, defend multiple positions, and energize the crowd made him an instant fan favorite. At the end of the season, he was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team, a tremendous achievement for a player who had worked so hard to reach the league. Alongside Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr., Clarke helped transform Memphis into one of the NBA's most exciting young teams. The Grizzlies became known for their intensity, swagger, and fearless attitude. Brandon's role was crucial. Whether starting or coming off the bench, he consistently changed games with hustle plays, putback dunks, and timely defensive stops. There was something uniquely inspiring about the way Brandon Clarke played. He attacked every possession with urgency. He dove for loose balls as if the championship depended on it. He sprinted the floor on every fast break. He never looked like someone just doing a job. He looked like someone who genuinely loved the game. Fans loved him for that reason. Teammates trusted him because they knew exactly what they would get every night. Coaches praised him because he did all the little things that win games. He did not demand headlines. He earned respect through effort and consistency. In a league often dominated by superstar personalities, Brandon Clarke became beloved by simply being himself. One of the most defining moments of his career came in 2023 when he suffered a torn Achilles tendon. For many players, that injury can alter the course of a career. It is one of the most challenging setbacks an athlete can face. Clarke's explosiveness was a central part of his game, and there were real questions about whether he would ever return to his previous form. But Brandon Clarke did what he always did. He fought back. He attacked rehabilitation with the same determination he brought to the court. He worked tirelessly to rebuild his strength and confidence. When he returned, fans and teammates celebrated not just because a player was back, but because they knew how much he had sacrificed to get there. The 2025-2026 season was difficult. Clarke was limited by knee and calf injuries and appeared in only 2 games. Yet even while sidelined, he remained an important presence in the locker room. Younger players looked up to him. Coaches valued his positivity. He continued to support his teammates and stay engaged with the organization. Off the court, Brandon Clarke had a reputation for giving back to the community. He regularly participated in charitable events and spent time with children in Memphis. One widely shared story involved Clarke visiting a school on his birthday, donating books, and spending time reading to students. Moments like that revealed the type of person he was when the cameras were not focused on him. For many families in Memphis, Brandon Clarke was more than an athlete. He was a role model. Parents pointed to his work ethic. Children admired his generosity. Teachers and community leaders appreciated how he used his platform to make a positive impact. He understood that being an NBA player meant having the opportunity to inspire others. The reaction to his death has been overwhelming. Social media has been flooded with highlights, tributes, and personal stories about what Clarke meant to them. Some wrote that he played every game like it was his last. Others said the world needed more people like Brandon Clarke. Ja Morant's reaction was especially heartbreaking. He shared photos and memories with his longtime teammate and friend, expressing disbelief and grief. Their bond was visible for years on the court, where they connected on countless electrifying plays. For Morant, this loss is deeply personal. For fans, seeing his sorrow made the tragedy feel even more real. Former coaches from San Jose State and Gonzaga have also spoken about Clarke's character. They described him as humble, coachable, and endlessly hardworking. They remembered his smile, his quiet confidence, and his unwavering commitment to improving every day. These are the traits that allowed him to exceed expectations at every level of basketball. Clarke's career statistics tell the story of a highly productive NBA player. Over 7 seasons, he averaged 10.2 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 1.3 assists per game. But numbers only capture part of his legacy. His true impact was felt in the momentum-shifting plays that changed games and the relationships he built with those around him. Recent headlines also noted that Clarke faced legal troubles in April 2026 after being arrested in Arkansas on charges related to controlled substances. The case was still pending at the time of his death. While that news drew attention, those who knew him best have emphasized the bigger picture, a complex human being remembered above all for his kindness, generosity, and the positive influence he had on countless lives. This tragedy is a reminder of how fragile life can be. Professional athletes often seem larger than life. Fans see the dunks, the contracts, and the bright lights, but behind the spotlight are real people with struggles, hopes, and vulnerabilities. Brandon Clarke's passing has prompted many to reflect on the pressures athletes face and the importance of compassion. At just 29 years old, Clarke still had so much ahead of him. He could have returned to the court and written another remarkable chapter in his story. He could have continued mentoring younger players and helping his community. He could have created countless more memories with family and friends. That is what makes this loss so painful. In Memphis, the city he represented with pride, his legacy will endure. Fans will remember his thunderous alley-oops, his relentless defense, and his infectious smile. They will remember the player who always gave everything he had. They will remember the person who treated everyone with respect and warmth. In Canada, Brandon Clarke will be remembered as one of the country's inspiring basketball success stories. From Vancouver to the NBA, he proved that persistence and hard work can overcome any obstacle. Young Canadian athletes who dream of reaching the highest level will continue to look to his journey for inspiration. At Gonzaga, his unforgettable season remains part of the school's rich basketball history. At San Jose State, he stands as a symbol of what dedication can accomplish. In the NBA, he leaves behind a reputation as one of the most respected role players of his generation. Priority Sports said it best when they called him the gentlest soul. Those words have echoed across the sports world because they captured the essence of Brandon Clarke. He was fierce in competition, but gentle in spirit. He was powerful on the court, but humble in life. He was admired not just for what he did, but for who he was. As the investigation continues, fans around the world are united in mourning. They are revisiting his greatest moments, sharing stories, and honoring a player whose impact reached far beyond basketball. The unanswered questions may take time, but one truth is already clear. Brandon Clarke touched an extraordinary number of lives. His legacy is one of resilience. He overcame obstacles to reach the NBA. He battled back from major injury. He gave back to his community. He inspired teammates and fans through relentless effort and genuine kindness. That is a legacy that will not fade. Rest in peace, Brandon Clarke. Your dunks electrified arenas, your hustle inspired a generation, and your heart made the world better. You were taken far too soon, but your story will continue to live on in every young athlete who refuses to give up, and in every fan who believed in the power of hard work and humility. The basketball world will never forget you. Memphis will never forget you. Your teammates will never forget you, and your fans will carry your memory with them for years to come. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.